I've already opened up my browser, and I've accessed already apps at UT, which is the University of Tennessee server in Knoxville, and you see the address there is apps.utk.edu. And so it's brought me to this log on screen. Username, and this is the username you have for your UT email, as well as the password associated with it. And go ahead and click log on. Now this brings you then to a Citrix X Zen app site. It may be the first time that you access the UT server through apps at UT that you may have to install the software. In that case, then just click the install button. I've done that some time ago, so I will skip right to the log on page, and right here I am. I've already logged now into the UT server, and you notice there's a wide variety of different folders here with different kinds of packages that are available to you. I'm just going to click here on the statistics and data. So here are the different software packages that are available to you. And what I will do is simply click on, we have two different versions of Stata, Stata 15 and Stata 14.2. Doesn't really matter which version you use. I'll just click on Stata 15 with the left mouse button and give it a moment. And right there is starting Stata 15. And it's going to ask you, do we want to permit use? And yes, I do want to permit use. I do want the application to use my computer. Wait a few moments while it starts to boot back up. And it's about to open up the window here for Stata. Just takes a few moments for it to come up, and here it's coming up right now. Now it will check for updates. I'm just going to click OK for that. This is one way in which Stata tries to keep the software you're working as current as possible. I'll just click OK, and I'll go ahead and just open this up so it has the same dimensions of the window that I'm recording in here. So you notice you can click and drag on the different borders here to open up your window as wide as you want it. And right there we have opened up Stata 15.0. Now that we've opened up Stata, let's go through the process that we'll use in order to access a data set that may be stored on your local laptop or desktop at home. What we'll do is come up to the File menu, move the cursor on top of File, and left mouse button click to open it up. Then we'll come down and left mouse button click on Open. Now, when we open it up right away, it looks like under My Documents that you are already at your laptop or your desktop at home, but you really aren't. What you're at this point is a portion of the UT server that may be reserved for you that you can store and access files from. What I do though is I keep all of my results as well as all of my data sets on my own computer at home. In that case, what I'm going to do to access those, I'll come down. You see here buttons on the left hand side of this dialog box. Left mouse button click on the computer button, and this will indicate what are the different drives that you can access. Now the hard drive is actually swap D:. That D: is not what your own laptop or desktop is. Instead, what we'll need to do is come all the way down to the bottom here, and you notice as we come down to the bottom I have under Other one, and I have local disk. So it's local disk is what we're looking for. We're looking for a disk drive that has the designation of C:, and so that is my hard drive for my computer at home. So again, when you open up by clicking on computer, scroll all the way down under where it is for me, under the heading of other, and I see the local disk, and that local disk is what I want to use. And you know it's your computer's hard drive because it has the C colon. So I'm going to click on top of that local disk, C colon, and then click open. It's going to take a moment for the interface between my computer and also the UT server. And again, it comes up with a warning: block access, allow read-in only, and read-in only would only permit then the software to access files on your computer, data sets for example, but it won't allow any changes to those data sets or any results that you run to be stored on your computer. I will instead permit all access. I want to be able to read from my laptop and also then add or save the results of my analysis here on my laptop. And now you notice local disk C colon, that indicates I'm at my computer's hard drive. And this is where you're first taken. Now this may not be where in your hard drive that you tend to access initially when you log on. This takes us back to the root directory. And in that case, we've got to find where are the normal files that I use on a regular basis actually stored. When Windows or whatever computer you're operating these days opens up, it bypasses the root directory and takes you right to your desktop where your settings are stored, and it'll give you access then to your own files. You notice here we actually see that there are Windows folders here. This is where the Windows software for me is stored, as well as program files. What you want to do is you want to come down and look for the folder users. I'm going to click on top of that once with the left mouse button. I use a PC here. Click open. And what I'm going to come down here is look for then the drive or the portion of the subdirectory here that is I created for me some time ago, D Houston. So again, left mouse button and open. And now I'm actually where my desktop is. And if we scroll down just a little bit, you'll notice then my documents. This is where I actually have my files saved. So I'll left mouse button to highlight my documents, click open, and there, this is where I store my files that I use on a day-to-day basis. So it took a little bit of finding where my actual My Documents subdirectory is, but when you're at the root directory, you look for the users folder. When you open that up then, you look for the user that you created, the name that you used when you first set up your laptop. You may not realize that you actually did create a user folder when you first started your laptop, the very first time you turned it on. Click there and then go down and find My Documents, and that's where I'm at now. And what I have here is a Stata dataset, auto. If I open this up just a little bit, you notice the file type is Stata dataset, and actually the extension for any Stata data is DTA. So this would have the name auto.dta. It's a Stata dataset. You notice the little icon like it's a spreadsheet. I will just left mouse button to highlight that and click open. And now I've opened up the dataset. And so that's how you go about accessing information, files that is, that you've stored on your own computer when using Stata on apps at UT. To end any session when you're using Stata on the UT server, all we'll do is we'll come up to, again, the File menu. So move your cursor on top of the label there for File, left mouse button to open up if you're using a PC, and I'll come all the way down to where it says exit. So I will just now click this button once, and once I click on this button, left mouse button, it will exit Stata, and it should then end my session through apps at UT.